Hey, good job, guys. Good job. Mental battles. Mental battles.
Hey man, eat man for life, baby. What it look like, what it be like, what it do. Back in the building with my brother Brad. It's the Bad Podcast. Brad, what's going on, brother? How you doing today?
I'm doing great, and we had some real fine scheduling for the first 2 weeks, and then we've kind of got off that beaten path. That's okay. Last week we had some other obligations. Today we have some different obligations, but we're still getting it done. We're still having a good time. And I told you I didn't have a quote, but I just stumbled. I just stumbled upon this quote, and it's going to tie into what we're going to talk about today. So, if you're interested, you'll do what's convenient, but if you're committed, you'll do whatever it takes.
Ooh,
And
I like that,
yeah,
man.
man, I think a lot of times, if you're interested in doing something, you're gonna do anything and everything when it's convenient to you, right? And
Absolutely.
but if it's something that's important to you, if it's something that's a necessity, like your fitness, your health, you're gonna do it because you're committed. You're gonna do it no matter what. And the reason that we're talking about this today is because I ran into a friend the other day, and they said, I kind of lost my way. We've been in this challenge for 2.5 weeks, and they lost their way. Now, I'm not poking, I'm not prodding, I'm not doing any
Sure.
of that, because this happens, right? This happens to
Mhm.
you, it happens to me, it happens to the best of us. So,
Yep.
2 weeks ago, they started. They said they were all in. They were all in. They said they're gonna do whatever it takes. This time is my time. All the good things.
Yeah.
But what happens is when you make a resolution like this, you make a concrete decision. You start a journey. All right, and at
Mhm.
that point, it's convenient. All right, and we do
Mhm.
all these things. I'm all in unless. All right, and what we have to do
Mm.
is we have to eliminate that unless piece, okay? Because how many times, and you've probably done this too, Dwayne, how many times
Oh,
have you jumped in on a journey and said, I'm going to go all in, I'm going to do all the things, I'm going to do everything that anybody asks me to do, unless it doesn't really line up with what my standards are that day or that week? How many times does
mm.
that happen? Often.
Ooh. Oh, please. Too many times to mention, and more times
Right?
than I like to admit. And
Yeah.
I'll be quite embarrassed, just to think
Mm,
about that, man. That bro, listen, that is so good because, um, and it goes along with the topic about convenience, man.
mhm.
That whole idea of I'm there, I'm all in, until that
Right.
that thing, man. And here's the thing, I think we all have a thing though, like
Yeah.
even like stuff that we're super passionate about. There's a certain line, but some people thing is a little closer,
Right.
so
Yeah.
I think that just hitting on this and bringing to reality what it is, man, and being able to identify it, 'cause I think
Yeah.
that's we're gonna do that, being able to
Yep.
identify it and then
Mhm.
how to overcome it, man. So I'm
Yep.
loving it, bro. That
Yeah.
look, we should have did it the regular way, man. You had the quote and everything.
I know, man. And that's on the cut. That's on the fly, baby. And
I love it.
that's also part of life. You got to do things on the fly. But
Absolutely.
I want to draw an image in everybody's mind. So we are creatures of convenience. Okay, so
Mhm.
you're driving down the road, and when you start this journey, man, you're all in, right? You have
Mhm.
a clear focus of where you're going. You know what your destination is. But as you drive down the road, you look to the left and you look to the right. What do you see? Oh, there's McDonald's. There's Burger
Mm.
King. There's this.
Mm.
There's that. There's the Burger Shack, the milk, all these different things. And when we have those temporary temptations, it's just so easy to hit up the drive-through. It takes
Yes.
5 minutes to hit up the drive-through.
Convenient.
It takes 25 minutes. Convenience. All right, but where does
Mm.
convenience get you?
Mm.
Seldom to the place that we want to go. Like, so
Right.
you hit all these temporary destinations. Man, you're prolonging the ultimate destination. You're trying to get from point A to point B. But if you hit this restaurant, you hit that temptation, you hit this
Mhm.
temporary luxury, it's going to prolong the destination. Now, I want you to also create this image. Does that destination go anywhere? No.
Mm-mm.
But by hitting up here and hitting up there and hitting up here and hitting up there, it's just going to take longer. As long
Yep.
as you progress, as long as you
Yeah.
keep going, all right. But the more that you can stay on the straight and narrow, and the more you can keep your eyes on the prize and not get distracted here and not get overcome by convenience there, you're going to get to that destination a whole lot faster and a whole lot more in a productive sense if you can just stay on that straight and narrow, baby.
Absolutely, absolutely, man. I think we can break that down to the micro, man. Even in
Yes.
exercise, you're talking about, circuits. It's Wednesday.
Mhm.
We're recording. This is dropping on a Monday. You're doing a circuit on Monday. But even in a circuit, man, when we do stuff for 1 minute, you look at that clock, or one of the trainers say, okay, 20 seconds, and you put the weight down.
Ah.
That's a turn. That's a pull off of the road, man. That's a deterrent from what you're trying to get to, man. You're
Yeah.
giving up before you get to the actual goal, man. That it's
Mhm.
the same thing, same kind of thing, man. You got to be able to take it all the way to the zeros, man. I hear you say that all
Mhm.
the time, man. Take it to the zeros, on a micro level. We're
Yeah.
talking about the grand scheme and fitness and lifestyle, but even in day-to-day task, we need to
Yep.
also keep our eyes on the prize and follow through, man.
Yeah. I don't know exactly how the quote is, and I'm gonna butcher this, but there's that quote that's like, I'm not done when I want to be done, but I'm done when I'm finished. And
Yeah,
how many times if you jumped into a workout and it says you have to do 5 sets of this, you have to do 4 sets of this, you have to do 3 sets of this, and you have to finish with 2 sets of this. And you get down to that last exercise and you're like, I think I'm good. I
oh,
think
that's
I'm
not just
good. I
me.
think you're right. Right. And how many times does that happen? And I think we've touched on this before. Like,
Yeah,
as you are literally heading to the showers or the locker room or whatever, you stop and you're like,
yeah,
all right, I'll do the 2 sets. It's inconvenient. You're already halfway home, baby, by the time you get to
yeah,
the showers. So
yeah,
you're on your way to the showers. You have that piece of, oh man, this is inconvenient for me, but I think we have to do a better job at appreciating and accepting that inconvenience, and you
yeah.
touched on that recognition piece.
Mhm,
I talked
mhm,
about this thing this morning. It's called kintsugi. I don't know if you ever heard of that, but it's a Japanese
mm-mm.
term where something is shattered, like a piece of pottery is shattered, it's broken, and
So
and
I was gonna say,
yeah, go ahead.
bless you. I was gonna say bless you when you said
Thank you.
go ahead, man.
Good
I'm messing.
stuff. Kitsuji.
Yeah, bless
Oh, that's good.
you.
That's good. No. Yeah, but so kintsugi is when a piece of pottery breaks. Okay, it's a Japanese term, and when it breaks, they look at this piece of pottery, and a lot of times, what we would do is we would look at that piece of pottery. We'd say, it's shattered, it's broken, it's torn, it's tattered, whatever, however you want to look at it, it's unfixable. Okay. And
Mhm,
that
mhm,
that right there is that piece of, I'm walking away from my bench press, I'm walking away from that last exercise or whatever. I'm seeing what's in front of me is broken. Okay. But
mm,
here's where the kintsugi piece comes in. All right. The Japanese will actually take this golden glue and they will piece back this piece of pottery. So the piece of pottery at one point was worth $5. But as they piece it back together with this golden glue, there's actual bits of gold in it. Now you can sell this piece of pottery for $25, $55,
wow.
$105. So, you take something that's broken, you take something that's shattered, and for you
Mm,
and me, that's going to be hard to recognize what could be,
mm,
but by taking the inconvenience of picking up the pieces, putting those pieces back together like a puzzle, using the golden glue, now you have yourself the product that you've always
mm.
desired. But you have to appreciate and accept that there's going to be inconveniences along the way.
Wow. No, that's fire.
That's deep.
That's deep, man. That has so many layers, man.
Yeah.
Because we all can relate to brokenness.
Hmm.
We all can relate to the failure aspect of it. But changing your view of it,
Hmm.
instead of
Hmm.
it being, it's broken,
Yep.
throw it in the trash. But
Yep.
okay, this is broken. I'm actually gonna make a masterpiece out of it.
Hmm. Hmm.
I'm gonna change my mindset. Instead of feeling like it's a failure, I'm gonna go even harder. I'm gonna get even better, man. And I think that's gonna speak to a lot of people, man, because
Yeah.
I'm just thinking to myself, man, like, how many times have we, kind of threw stuff away whenever,
Yep.
it didn't quite turn out the way we thought it was supposed to turn
Hmm.
out. You know,
Mhm.
that's the same as hachu, kintsuchi. Okay,
Kintsuchi. Yeah.
kintsuchi. All right.
God bless you.
So, man, right. But that's the same thing, man. Like, and kind of going back to the convenience and inconvenience. It's convenient to get the broom and dustpan out,
Mhm.
sweep it
Mhm.
up, throw it in the
Mhm.
trash. There's
Mhm.
a little inconvenience there, and putting yourself in that space of inconvenience, the reward, like you said, it, you know, 3, 4, 5-fold more money,
Yes.
or value, after
Mhm.
putting yourself in inconvenience for a season
Mhm.
so that you can
Mhm.
see something different. And we want to also remind you the inconvenience, it isn't eternal. Like
Right.
it's sometimes it's just
Right.
that extra that
Yeah.
you don't want to do,
Mhm.
man. And for a small period of time, and the reward definitely will come, man. So
Mhm.
just want to put
Yeah.
that out there.
Yeah, absolutely. The more that you can inconvenience yourself today, and the more that you can just tell yourself and recognize those situations as opportunities to grow. Because a lot of times, man, we like to think of our journey as a point A to point B journey.
Yep. Yep.
That's just not how it goes, man. It's
Nope.
point A to point B to point C to point F to point 7 to
Back to A.
yeah, man, like yeah, back to A, back to
Yeah.
square one, because this is a up and down through the peaks and valleys, and sort of journey. And it's again that recognition piece, and just reminding yourself. So again, creatures of habit, and eliminate the unless. So I want you to, once you get into a mindset of I'm trying to grow, or I'm trying to get better, I'm trying to improve my life somehow, some way, you're going to be steered in all sorts of directions. You're going to be tempted. You're going to have all these things that come up, and try to knock you off your path. Right. This
Mhm.
is what you have to do. This is a pro tip. Okay. You have to keep that grand vision somewhere up here. Okay. That
Mhm.
masterpiece that we so often talk about. You have to keep that somewhere up here, so you can drill into that. You can tap into that somehow, some way, when your buddies are going out on a Thursday night, when you tried to do something but you fell off the shelf and you shattered, and you can't see what the piece of pottery could be. You
Mhm.
got to remember, this is my masterpiece. This is what I'm trying to accomplish. This is what I'm trying to become. Carry on. Carry
Yeah,
on
man.
my
Yeah.
wayward son.
Watch out now.
What?
That's
Hey,
right.
back down, back down. Yeah, yeah.
Hey, bring it out, man. We don't have copyrights to that, man, so we don't wanna get no
No.
illegal. But no,
No.
that's dope, man. And, you talk about having that grander picture, in your mind. Imma take it a step further, man. That I literally right now, I'm not gonna turn the camera, but I have a picture right here, like, to my right, of a goal that I'm trying to reach. It's an Instagram, fitness guy, and
Mhm,
I actually printed it out and put it on my wall.
mhm,
And
mhm.
so, not only have the vision in your mind, people say vision board, create your vision board,
Yes.
create that vision,
Mhm, mhm,
post it, your sticky notes, put it on your mirror, things that you can see. Even my wife has a picture of a goal that she has it on the cupboard, like, where all the goodies are located. So you see the picture before you open that
mhm,
door, man. So,
mhm, mhm.
keeping that visual, in your mind is great, but you also you can be creative and get your
Yeah,
vision board and print it out and all of that stuff. And
yeah.
that will help you stay on task whenever I want to. Beth, my buddy Beth, always get on me. I always talk about Oreos being my thing and my pitfall, Oreos and Reese's. And so I always talk about it on my other podcast, and Beth always give me a hard time. So whenever I think about Reese's or Oreos, I look over and I see that guy
Yeah.
over there, man, with
Mhm,
the abs popping, and I'm like, like,
mhm.
I get some
Yeah,
sugar-free gum, but no,
yeah, right.
that goes back to, having a strong enough vision, having a strong enough goal, and then visualizing it during the tough times, man. So that
Yes.
I think that was
Mhm.
really good.
Yeah, and it's, man, it's weeding through the thick vines and all that stuff. We've talked about that, and it's very difficult to remind yourself of that. But and as cliche as these vision boards are, I'm a believer, man. I am a
Yeah, man.
believer, because on my vision board, my dream house, my dream body, something about my kids, something about my wife, all the things that I want in a quality life. There's constant reminders on my vision board, and I do a
Mhm.
vision board every year, because I want that visual. I want something that's hanging in my bedroom. I want something that's hanging by my bathroom mirror. Something
Mhm.
somewhere I'm going to pass on a daily basis. There is always a constant visual of what's there, a reminder of what I got to do. All right. Hey, I don't mean to end this, but when duty calls, I got to rock and roll.
Gotta
We'll have
roll.
to pick up. Next week is going to be on you for the Do You Know segment. So come in with some fire.
We'll
But
do it.
guys, at the end of the day, and I want to wrap this up on a positive note, not some hey, I gotta go. I want to wrap it up like this. I want to wrap up like this, man. When you're shattered and you can't remember what it looks like to obtain your dream, remember Kintsugi. All right. Use the golden glue, piece it back together, and become the best version of you. But it takes vision and it takes discipline. Don't seek out convenience. All right. Seek out inconvenience. Love you guys.
Later, y'all. Peace.